One of the most damaging mistakes to society is our inability to properly give or accept a favor. This leads to favors being wasted and turning into bad debts. It's pointless to complain about them not being repaid when they were squandered in the first place. We shouldn't be surprised that ungratefulness is so widespread, as it has many causes. One reason is that we don't carefully choose who deserves our generosity. Unlike when we lend money, where we investigate the borrower's financial status and lifestyle to avoid bad investments, we often give out favors indiscriminately. It's debatable whether it's worse for the recipient to deny receiving a favor or for the giver to insist on repayment, since a favor is like a loan that relies on the recipient's goodwill for repayment. It's disgraceful to waste a favor, as we don't need wealth to be free from its obligation. Recognizing the favor is enough to repay it. However, those who fail to even acknowledge a favor are at fault, and so are we if we don't choose the recipients wisely. We often find ungrateful people, but sometimes we're the ones making them feel that way. This happens when we demand something in return for our kindness in a harsh way, change our minds and regret our generosity, or nitpick over small issues. Such behavior kills any sense of thankfulness, both during and after the act of giving. Have you ever seen someone satisfied with a casual request, or one that's made just once? Or someone who, anticipating a request, doesn't show annoyance, avoid eye contact, pretend to be busy, or talk non-stop to prevent the other person from asking? And when they can't escape, they either give a reluctant no or agree to help, but with obvious reluctance and harsh words. No one likes to feel indebted for something that was given grudgingly rather than freely. How can anyone be thankful for something thrown at them in disdain or anger, or given just to get rid of them? Don't expect gratitude from those you've frustrated with delays or false hopes. The way a gift is given reflects how it's received, so it shouldn't be given thoughtlessly. People are more grateful for what they receive openly, without the giver's awareness. Don't delay giving, because the intention behind a gift is valuable, and if you're slow to give, it probably means you never wanted to give in the first place. It is a fact that we shouldn't be offensive when giving, since people tend to remember insults more than kindnesses. The memory of kindness fades quickly, while insults linger. So, what can one expect if they insult you while trying to help? The only thanks they should hope for is forgiveness for their rudeness. However, the existence of ungrateful people shouldn't stop us from being kind. Firstly, our actions might actually increase their number. Secondly, just as the gods continue to bless us despite some people's disrespect for religion, we should also continue to be kind to everyone, even those who don't appreciate it. We should follow the example of providence as much as our human nature allows, giving freely without expecting anything in return. Those who give only to receive are setting themselves up for disappointment. And if our kindness isn't returned, well, we experience letdowns with our spouses and children, yet we still marry and raise families. We persist despite failures, so we should be even more determined to be kind. If someone doesn't show kindness because they haven't received any, they're likely giving to get something back, which only encourages ungratefulness. The sun doesn't stop rising just because some don't deserve the daylight, and life goes on despite complaints. So should our kindness. Nature constantly rejuvenates our species, allowing even those who regret their existence to live. A truly great and noble mind desires not the rewards of good actions, but the actions themselves, and continues to search for goodness even among the wicked. If there were no villains, what honor would there be in doing good for many? Virtue lies in giving without expecting anything in return, a reward immediately cherished by the honorable. This should hardly discourage us from performing good deeds. Even if I had no hope of finding someone grateful, I wouldn't stop giving. Not giving at all is a way to avoid the ingratitude of others. To clarify, someone who doesn't return a favor commits a greater sin, but one who doesn't give at all sins sooner. If you scatter your gifts without thought, Many will be wasted before one finds its mark.